Now, Joe Biden, Joe Biden's son was flown on Air Force Two to China for $1 billion private equity deal where his family was given a $5 million forgivable interest-free loan. And when Tony Bobulinski found out they took the money, we told him not to do it. He came out and blew the whistle. Yep. And he said the Bidens are compromised. Or you've got the Ukraine Burisma deal where Matt Taibbi, a liberal formerly of Rolling Stone, reported there were at least a dozen or more investigations for criminal activity into Burisma where Joe Biden's son was working. And Biden personally flew out after their PR company reached out to the State Department saying, why are you investigating? Stop this now. Joe Biden goes out there and says, if you don't fire the prosecutor, you ain't getting the $1 billion.
No,
Quid pro quo.
I cannot. I'm sorry. I can't.
Those are facts.
I can't stand by while this is.
Those are facts.
No.
What do you contest?
This is complete misinformation.
No, it isn't.
Did you watch the video?
Donald. First of all, Hunter Biden did not earn 1.5.
I didn't say he did.
Was it 1.5?
I didn't say he did.
1.5 billion.
I didn't say he earned any money.
Did you not just say?
I said he was flown on Air Force Two by Joe Biden to negotiate a $1 billion private equity deal in China. That's a fact.
Now I read about that, and that's definitely not a good look for Hunter Biden. 100%.
Why was Joe Biden using government property to fly his son for private deals in China?
I don't
Whether
know.
they got the deal or not.
It was probably corrupt. It was probably corrupt.
I'd say it was.
I think there's corruption. Again, there's corruption on both sides here. But if I'm forced to choose between Donald Trump.
What's the misinformation?
Well, the misinformation here, I was referring to there's a lot of misinformation about the 1.5 million, but I know you didn't bring that up. 1.5 billion, which that was only like a goal. They were trying to make 1.5 billion in capital.
Attempted murder, still a crime.
And then you said that they
got a $5 million forgivable interest-free loan.
That I actually haven't heard about. But Joe Biden did not get that special prosecutor fired.
You're wrong. You're so wrong.
No, I'm not.
You are so out of your depth, bro.
No,
did you see the video of him talking about
Joe,
it?
It's my understanding that this prosecutor was fired for doing a poor job, and that
you were wrong.
Can we
name the prosecutor?
I don't know.
Exactly. Victor Shokin.
Can we find out? Can we fact
play
check
the video?
Sure. Well, we're not going to play the video of Joe Biden saying, but I'll break it down for you because Matt Taibbi is not a conservative. The UK froze the assets of Mykola Zlochevsky. He's the guy who founded Burisma. So you don't have any idea what you're talking about right now. Okay. Zlochevsky was under criminal investigation. Mm-hmm. When Joe Biden intervened, there were at least a dozen investigations into him and this company. Hunter Biden was put on the board for seemingly no reason, probably to garner influence. When asked about it, Hunter Biden was asked, if you weren't Joe Biden's son, would you have gotten this job? He says, probably not. So even his acknowledgement, that's why they brought him on. Right. We also have the emails where when he's doing his Chinese negotiations, they talk about the big guy, and that was confirmed by Tony Bobulinski. I digress. Victor Shokin was the prosecutor who signed a sworn affidavit in court in Ukraine that said he was investigating active investigations. And Joe Biden intervened and put pressure on him. And he had a meeting with the president after the president was told, we're not going to get the $1 billion. And he said to him, you're being fired. And that was it. So when you have the PR company, and these emails are publicly released, you should probably read them, where they're saying, why are we being investigated? The vice president's son is on the board. And then what was like a couple months later, Joe Biden flies out there and gets the prosecutor fired. Here's the best part. If you're saying the prosecutor was doing a bad job, my question is, how come the new prosecutor who came in cleared Burisma of all cleared Zlochevsky of all wrongdoing, allowing him to return to Ukraine after he was under criminal investigation? And it's only after Donald Trump got in and started pressing things, he fled to Monaco. So if you don't know any of this stuff, you can't just come on and say it's misinformation because I've done so much reporting on this.
I just want to know more about whether Joe Biden actually played a role in getting the prosecutor fired.
Oh, okay. Let's play the video.
I don't want to see the video. I want to actually see an article about it.
Do you want to hear Joe Biden say I got him fired because they wanted $1 billion and I held it over their head?
He literally did say it.
Do you think it's odd that Hunter Biden was getting paid tens of thousands of dollars in a position that everyone knew he shouldn't be in? He never had any experience.
The board position?
Burisma, yeah.
The board position?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought that he took an unpaid job with that.
No, he got paid tens of thousands of dollars and
listen,
he profited
and here's the thing
is
kind of like what I've already been saying is I recognize that there's corruption on both sides. It was to my understanding that Joe Biden didn't play a role in getting that prosecutor fired. But if I'm wrong,
let's play the video.
All right, let's listen to the video.
I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said, I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Someone who was solid, who cleared Zlochevsky of all wrongdoing. And then after Trump got in, they reopened investigations and he fled to Monaco. So it sounds like, based on the fact that the PR firm for Burisma was reaching out to the State Department, that Joe Biden admitted he used $1 billion in guaranteed loans, something he's not allowed to do. That's what they accused Trump of doing. He doesn't have the authority to do it. Only Congress has the authority to do it. Joe Biden illegally said, you're not getting $1 billion unless a prosecutor gets fired. Matt Taibbi, you know who Matt Taibbi is?
No.
Rolling Stone, liberal, hates Trump. Wrote an article, he said, about how crazy it was that if you actually did any amount of basic journalism, you found a dozen or more active criminal investigations in this company. In fact, I don't know.
There probably is. If I could just really quickly, like, I will 100% concede again that, yes, there is corruption on both sides. I hadn't seen that video before, so I will be 100% willing to look more into that.
Yeah, that's the video.
Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.